Welcome to our discussion on how Scrum facilitators truly embody core values. We're diving into how commitment, courage, focus, openness, and respect aren't just buzzwords, but are the lifeblood of great facilitation.
Yep, it's really fascinating when you see these values in action. It's like they're the secret sauce for truly effective meetings.
Exactly. And let's start with commitment. A facilitator's commitment is all about being prepared, fully investing in the process, and ensuring that everyone has space to speak. It's
Yeah,
like, when you come to a retrospective knowing you've got a structure that invites every idea.
mm, that level of commitment really sets the stage, and it's not just about ticking boxes. It's about genuinely caring for the process and the people.
Right. And then there's courage. A great facilitator shows courage by surfacing truths, even when it's uncomfortable. It's like daring to ask, what are we not talking about when there's an elephant in the room? They challenge dominant
Exactly.
voices without creating conflict, simply inviting, richer insights.
I totally agree, but don't you sometimes think that interrupting dominant voices can be tricky? I mean, if not handled delicately, it might be viewed as overstepping, right?
That's a great point, and it's where balance comes in. The facilitator's role is to interrupt just enough to let quieter voices in without alienating anyone. It's a delicate dance of respect and courage.
Right. So, moving along, focus is another key value. I find it interesting how facilitators not only track outcomes, but also gently steer conversations back on track when things wander off course.
Yes. A facilitator ensures that discussions don't devolve into endless debates. They use time boxes and visual prompts to keep the team aligned with the meeting's objective, ensuring momentum and shared understanding. It's
Yeah,
like setting a compass before embarking on a long trip.
that's a neat analogy. And speaking of journeys, openness plays such a crucial role. Designing formats that include everyone, the vocal, the soft spoken, really opens up the potential of the entire team.
Absolutely. Openness in facilitation means designing environments that invite open ended questions, uncover unspoken assumptions, and welcome
Yep.
divergent thinking. This isn't just about facilitating a meeting, it's about creating a safe, transparent space.
And that safe space is built on the bedrock of respect. Facilitators must trust that the team can self manage and arrive at good outcomes when given the right environment.
Exactly. Respect comes out in how facilitators avoid solving problems themselves, instead, enabling the team to discover solutions collaboratively. It's about listening deeply, honoring different communication styles, and ensuring every contribution is valued. It's
Right.
kind of like being a conductor who trusts every instrument in the orchestra to play its part.
I love that analogy. It really captures the essence of respect as a facilitator, guiding rather than overtaking.
And speaking of guiding, let me stress that the facilitator's role touches all these values simultaneously. When you're committed, courageous, focused, open, and respectful, you elevate not just the meeting, but the entire team's potential.
Agree. Yeah, it's like every Scrum event becomes a mini masterclass in collaboration. But here's a thought. Do you think facilitators sometimes risk being too neutral? Maybe missing the opportunity to steer the conversation in a more productive way?
That's an interesting critique. While neutrality is key to avoid bias, there's a necessity for deliberate intervention at critical moments. The best facilitators know when to drop neutrality to
Mm-hmm.
spark dialogue. It's all about reading the room, really.
Absolutely. That intentional balance is what makes facilitation art, right?
Definitely. Now, what's particularly exciting is that this model of facilitation doesn't merely apply to internal team meetings, it scales to courses and workshops as well. For instance, the Professional Scrum Facilitation Skills course by AgileWoW really delves into these
Right.
facets. It empowers facilitators to build those muscles.
Yeah, and it's not just about tools or techniques, it's a mindset shift. Also, the invitation to join events like Scrum Day India 2025 really demonstrates how these values have a forward thinking edge, blending AI and Scrum practices.
Absolutely. Those events, especially with AI integration discussions, highlight how traditional Scrum values can actually drive innovation within teams. It shows that whether in person or through tech, these values become even more critical.
Yep, it feels like there's a resurgence of appreciation for the human aspects of Agile now, doesn't it? The emphasis is on empathy, listening, and mutual growth.
Precisely. It's a reminder that at the core, Agile and Scrum facilitation specifically is about people. And when facilitators show genuine commitment, courage, focus, openness, and respect, they're essentially catalyzing better teamwork and outcomes.
Right, indeed. It also makes me think about the challenge of sustaining that level of engagement over time. I mean, can a facilitator maintain that high bar even when the team feels overwhelmed or lost?
That's where the commitment aspect really shines. A skilled facilitator remains committed even when clarity is elusive, trusting that confusion is just a precursor to breakthrough insights.
Mm-hmm.
It's like having an unwavering lighthouse in a storm, if you will.
That's a cool visual. And focusing on these values really invites teams to own their process. The facilitator isn't there to dictate outcomes, but to ensure that everyone's input is woven into a coherent whole.
Exactly so. When you think about it, it's less about handling resistance or chaos and more about channeling it into productive energy. Facilitators invite dissent as a way to challenge assumptions and ultimately build stronger decisions.
Yep. But isn't there a risk that inviting too much dissent might dilute the focus? I mean, if every opinion gets equal airtime, could that sometimes derail progress?
That's a fair critique. However, effective facilitation means striking the balance, allowing dissent just enough, and then steering back to common goals. The facilitator uses focus as a counterbalance to openness, ensuring divergent thinking still leads to convergence.
Exactly. And I guess that's where those time boxes and visual prompts we talked about earlier come into play, right? They anchor the discussion, so proposals don't float off into endless debates.
Precisely, it's all interconnected. Each Scrum value reinforces the other, a kind of virtuous cycle that nurtures high-performing teams.
Yep, it really makes you appreciate the craft behind facilitation. It's not just about following a script, it's an adaptive practice that grows with the team.
Absolutely. And this is why investing in facilitation training, like the courses from AgileWoW, isn't just for new Scrum Masters. It's a continuous journey for anyone who wants to enhance team dynamics and outcomes.
Right on. Plus, it sends a strong message about how organizations value people over rigid processes. It's a dynamic shift from traditional management styles.
Exactly. And when you see facilitators embodying these values, every meeting turns into more than just a routine. It transforms into an opportunity for genuine growth and innovation.
And with events like the AI Augmented Scrum Saturday at Scrum Day India 2025, there's even more room for this dynamic blend of timeless values with cutting-edge technology.
Right. It's like merging the human touch with modern tech, ensuring that while the tools may change, the core values remain our guiding light.
Yep, agreed. So, in a nutshell, being a Scrum facilitator isn't just a role, it's a commitment to embodying these 5 values, which in turn nurture better collaboration and stronger teams.
Exactly. And that really makes the case for why continuing to invest in facilitation skills is so valuable for any organization looking to thrive.
Absolutely. Well, this discussion has been insightful. It's amazing to see how these values permeate every aspect of Scrum facilitation, creating spaces where each voice is empowered.
Indeed. And it's the essence of creating environments where teams can truly shine. Thanks for diving deep into this with me. It's been an invigorating chat about the heart of effective facilitation and Scrum values.
Yep, definitely inspiring. Cheers to that. Let's keep championing those values in every meeting and beyond.